Warning, the following is a long list of warnings. If warnings offend you, do not watch this show. Warning, this show contains adult themes. If you're not an adult, do not watch this show. Warning, this show contains a lot of offensive language and may contain graphic content. If you are a Karen, do not watch this show. Warning, this show may contain shabby impersonations of celebrities. If you are a celebrity, represent one, or think this is unfair, do not watch this show. Warning, this show may contain what could be seen as controversial and subversive ideas and opinions. If you can't handle differing opinions, do not watch this show. Warning, this show actively shows the consumption of tobacco, cannabis, and alcohol. If this offends you, do not watch this show. Warning, this show may discuss topics including, but not limited to, those in the realm of politics and conspiracy theories in a politically incorrect format. If these topics offend you or make you uneasy, do not watch this show. Warning, the producers of this show will do almost anything for a laugh. If comedy or extreme comedic premises offend you, please do not watch this show. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the producers, affiliates, hosts, ISPs, streaming platforms, advertisers, partners, or alike.
Coming to you from an undisclosed location inside the beautiful land of the Blackfoot Confederacy and Treaty 7 territory, Big Nate Productions presents Getting Laid with Nate.
Yo, what's shaking? Friday night. Got my leather jacket and my Vile Insignia shirt on. Ready to kick some ass. You can't see him, but my buddy Chase is here doing some tech stuff and help me with the stream and whatnot. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. All right, let's do it. Calling Tom Green, 1-323-822-5300. It's ringing. Okay, username's in strong, I see. It's great.
This mailbox is not currently accepting messages because voicemail has not yet been activated. Please try your call again later.
Darn it. 1-510-925-1565. User busy, it says. Let's call back. Excuse me. All right, well, there we go. Another thrilling installment of Let's Call Tom Green. I could never catch him online either. All right, next we're doing the, as of now, final episode of Keep It Cheap with Danny Vacon. It's a short one, but it's a good one. But he said there will be another one next week, so I don't know. We won't hold him to anything, but let's check it out. Shit. No sound I heard. Just a sec. I gotta do something real quick.
Use some dish soap and just spray them down with that?
All right. It's gonna work now. Sorry, everybody.
I just found out I got spider mites on my plants, and someone told me you gotta use some dish soap and just spray them down with that. But what if you don't have dish soap sprayer, man? I'll tell you what. What?
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to make you love me. Practice my dance on me. Don't wear your sweatpants out tonight.
Keep it cheap.
Keep it cheap. Look, you can see Chase's elbow there. Oh, right. Pleasure to have you, man. Okay, that was fun. Let's see. Since Rav's in the house, we'll flip the script here, and I got to sit down with Rav, talk about his band Ravenous EH. They're a good ass time, and we watched their last video and stuff. So this better work. Hey, everybody. I'm here with my buddy Rav. How's it going, man?
Fucking great, man. How you doing?
Good.
Happy to be here.
Cheers. You are the singer of Ravenous EH.
Yes, sir.
How's the COVID's treating you?
Fucking terrible.
Terrible?
Like every single musician and band in the world, but it's time to grow, man. Conflict gives us a chance to be our better selves or fucking completely crumble, and luckily we found a way to keep pushing on. So
Fucking rights. What has Ravenous had to cancel?
Well, as far as gigs, we only had the one. Actually, we did a exclusivity gig, so we're gonna play like a top spot on Loud as Hell coming up. Well, that was supposed to be last week in August, right? So we're gonna do that and do like only gig of 2020. Push everyone to this festival that we want to support, and have some fun with that. And that got all fucking kiboshed, which sucks because I'm actually like really good friends with the guys in the Legion. So for anything, I was just really happy to see my buddies and fucking be on stage with them and shit. And now it's all just down to the fucking fairy tale world of let's go through all these memories, these happy memories we have, give ourselves those serotonin boosts as musicians.
Yeah, that was probably the hardest part of all this for me so far is those memories coming back. Like, we're supposed to be out there and then seeing the pictures of some of our friends have passed on and shit like that. And
Facebook's a motherfucker for that, man. It's like you're already having a bad day and you just happen to open it up. It's like, hey, remember where you're supposed to be right now? Don't forget this. Like we had a big thing for Psycho Las Vegas for my birthday next week. And it was like, don't forget, you had this huge planned out for like 8 months with your buddies, and now it's not happening. You're at home. You put on weight, you fucker.
yeah, I am. Yeah, everybody needs to fucking pat themselves on the back, give themselves a big hand for keeping it together, though. Like, for the most part.
100%. No, I think that goes across the board. If you didn't give up completely, then you deserve at least a gold star sticker,
Yeah. Lots of those are going around lately.
Yeah, 100%. I'll go to the dollar store and get one for everybody of mine right now.
Oh, God. That's what our currency is going to be in a minute. Sorry. So we're going to watch a video here. Unfortunately, it's not new. It's your newest video. Got a setup for it at all?
Yeah. So this video was from our right before the album came out. I went down to 70,000 tons and we just had a fun time just fucking partying with everyone on a cruise ship, which I didn't realize would actually be like the last major metal event to happen in the whole world before everything shut down. So I'm pretty grateful that I got to see 70 gigs before everything fucking shut down. But yeah, so that's basically all it is. Actually, that's another thing that got canceled. We had a music video shoot coming up, and that got canceled as well. So we would have had a new music video for everyone if it wasn't for this bullshit.
Right. What's the name of the tune? Like, and off what album?
Yeah, so this is Conquering the Sun. It's off our first album, Eat the Fallen.
Okay,
it's a drinking
cool.
song.
It's a drinking song. I'm ready. We'll be right back, everybody. All right, awesome. That was Conquering the Sun by Ravenous EH off the album Eat the Fallen. Nice work on that, man.
Thanks, man.
Wow, that looks like a lot of fun, that 70,000 tons of metal.
Yeah.
You were telling me some cool stories about it. Or actually, really quick, before we go there, I just wanted you to introduce the rest of the guys in the band really quick. Let's just give them a shout out.
No, totally, man. We got our drummer, Dave Kernkovic. He's a guy from Leviathan, so he plays prog metal, and he plays in a Croatian polka band. So we got a polka drummer, and then we got Jake Wright. He's the fucking big buff guitar player, and he's the prog metal guy. He's the guy showing me all the bands that have songs longer than 4 minutes. So he's getting me onto that. And then we got the other guitar player, Skylar. He's the slender, sexy one. And
right. I haven't seen you guys with Skylar yet, I don't think. Or did I? Did he do that last one? I don't think he did he?
I think he did, yeah, because he didn't do the Illstorm tour. He's actually going back to school for his whatever 3rd or 4th year of welding, so he couldn't do that tour. But other than that, it was fucking. He's been on there with us, and then Chris from Black Pestilence, which you know,
yeah,
as I'm sure you know Chris well. And then so Chris,
former
Chris
guest,
Chris brings all the evil to the band,
totally
keeping us from wearing silk shirts and piccolo flutes and shit, you know.
Get him to lax the rules one day.
So one day, man,
the Halloween gig or something.
Yeah, just full corpse paint and a silk shirt playing the piccolo instead of the bass. Good.
So yeah, like I was saying there, that 70,000 tons of metal looks like a pretty intense experience. Like, oh man, won't it be great to be able to do stuff like that again? Fuck.
So I was telling people it's crazy that I got to experience the last major metal festival of the year before everything shut down. And that's like 70 gigs, you know, like I got to see Devin Townsend and Emperor. And
right, because it's like February.
January.
End of January or something? What were
January.
the dates?
I'd have to look them up. It was January. I mean, whole fucking month is a blur because of that festival. But that's like the last major metal festival that happened before everything fucking shut down. And as much as I hate what's happening right now, it's like nice to feel like I actually got to see some gigs this year.
Yeah, 100%. There was you were telling me a funny story about Corpse Grinder there. He was in the video a couple times telling people to fuck off.
Yeah. No, so Corpse Grinder, he made it sound like he was a dick.
No. I'm just he gave the finger in the video. It was funny.
Yeah, basically what happens is that Corpse Grinder was in line at the karaoke bar because he wanted to sing a karaoke song really bad, but he kept getting bumped back by the karaoke host. And eventually Corpse Grinder pulls the do you know who the fuck I am? And the karaoke host is like, do you know who I am? I'm the fucking karaoke host. So Corpse Grinder gets mad because eventually he's supposed to go on. He was like pissing or something. So he comes up, he's like, I'm here. And then he's like, oh, we gave your spot away to this other guy. And it's a guy in like a chicken outfit. So Corpse Grinder just like looks at the guy in the chicken outfit, looks at the karaoke host. He's like, you know what, man? Fuck you. And just like sulks away into the night. I caught him like 3 hours later. He was shit-faced. We ended up having like soft serve together or something. And it's a childhood dream I never thought would happen. I just eating soft serve ice cream with Corpse Grinder talking about karaoke. So
no doubt. I've kind of heard that about that festival that like people fucking hang out. I mean, I guess
hang out,
you're not just going to go in your little tiny cabin and hide from everybody. I mean, I guess for your total like drug fiend.
Unless
maybe,
you're anthrax, yeah. If you're
anthrax, okay. Well, I'm not inferring anything about anybody.
Most people, you're like stuck on a boat for fucking 5 days with people. Like you're eventually just gonna walk around and like, you know, even as fans, right? Like if you see someone you idolize, you can be like, oh my god, like can I get a selfie? But like by the 5th day of seeing them, you're just like, you know, it's like Corpse Grinder. You're like, oh, what's up, George? You know,
yeah.
Hey man, like this beef ragu is pretty good. You know, like it's just like day-to-day normal shit. So even the fans, aside from a few key punishers, there's like most people are like pretty fucking chill by the end of the whole thing. And the cool thing about that is that's kind of like how those normal relationships form. But if you get into a gig and like all you get is like 10 seconds with someone right before they get on the bus, you still get that like that star shock, you know?
Sure. So anybody else that you hung out with, had a few drinks with that you didn't think you might?
Yeah, man, I got to fucking sing opera and Scorpions with Fabio from Rhapsody.
Holy
That's
shit.
that's like the guy that I fucking grew up like idolizing. Like I had Rhapsody posters on my wall as a kid, so it's like for him to come up to me, he's like, "Can we please?" Well, I don't know how to do an Italian accent, I guess, but like, "Can we please just sing in the song together?" I'm like, "Can we fucking sing in the song? Come on, get the fuck up on stage!" You know, it was great.
You got up on stage?
Yeah, man. No,
Fuck,
I
rad.
got to sing some songs together.
How's the sound up there? Was it pretty crushing or what?
Dude, so it's funny. They talk about like the biggest outdoor stage in the world or whatever. And I got up there with Stryker actually, and we fucking sang a song together. And there's so much wind from like a sailing cruise ship just hitting you in the mouth that like if you open your mouth like facing the wind, it just fills your lungs with air. So you can't actually talk or move. So you kind of got to like sing off to an angle. Zero audio. Everything is trash.
That is
5 o'clock
weird.
in the morning, full crowd, but just like 5 o'clock in the morning. And then you go play the like quote unquote shitty like bar lounge on the inside, and like the sound is perfect. You got like world class sound engineers working on all your shit. You're like your mix has never sounded better in your entire life. All shit like that.
Yeah,
man,
like
it's fucking amazing.
I mean, that's just physics. If you have wind blowing at you like that, you could have a state of the art fucking holy shit PA. And if it's if it's blowing this way in front of you, you are fucked. That is how physics works.
I got my buddy Colin that was mixing like Atheist, Cattle Decapitation. Who the fuck else was he mixing? He's mixing all the tech death bands. Already very complicated bands to fucking mix. And then he's literally like shifting the knobs as the wind is changing to like counteract the wind.
Yeah, I bet.
Be grateful you work in an indoor venue, man, because outdoors it's like the wind pushes it the wrong way, and all of a sudden there's only shit coming out of the left speaker. It's like you can hear a guy singing, he'll be like, ah, and they'll go like, ah.
Yeah. I remember something like this. I was lucky enough to get to go see Devin Townsend and Gojira and Opeth at Red Rocks.
Oh yeah, totally.
And that when Opeth went on, the wind kicked up, and you're in this big bowl, and you could literally hear it going from
like
lo-fi to hi-fi, exactly like a phaser.
Sounds like a phaser on the main mix. I'm like, that's some sweet effects, bro.
Yeah, totally. And just so fucking weird. Like they were literally up there in leather jackets. I was showing my buddy the video the other day, and he's like, why the fuck are these assholes in leather jackets? I'm like, dude, it was fucking cold and windy, man.
And I can tell you, we did one festival in the middle of August, and in the middle of August, we were sitting in the van with the heaters on, like with our instruments, warming up our fingers, and they're like, you're on. And then we got out of the hot van on the stage and just prayed our fingers didn't like freeze up. This is in the middle of August.
Where?
It was Farmageddon, the big festival. Yeah, we fucking literally sitting in the van, warming up our hands because it was so fucking cold.
Yeah,
and
that one's way up north. Way up north, east of it, like 80K east to Edmonton. Yeah, I remember it being, I remember that year. One thing that blew me away about Red Rocks, too, I just wanted to mention really quick, was the fucking fog. They had these fog machines, man. They must have been taking they had a telephone pole of fucking fog machine power. Like, it's windy and it's still foggy and the lights are bouncing off the fog. It's like, how in the fuck is this?
Michael Ackerfeld's musk just like smokes up the room for everybody, you know, it creates its own ambiance.
It was magical. Well, that's so you went how many of these 70Ks have you been to?
5.
5
and final.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. Before even all this COVID shit happened, I said I'm done. You know, we're getting ready to do the next album and everything. And the first time I went, it was one of those things where I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. This is like, I'm gonna commit to this thing that is ridiculous, and I'm just gonna do it. Had such an amazing time. Went for 5 years, but now it's like we're getting ready to do the album. Life's changing so much because of COVID. All this mega nonsense, and now I just got to pretty much focus down on the art itself, because those moments of like traveling and touring and seeing all those fun events really recharges you as a musician and as an artist. But eventually it becomes a bit too much. You're like, hey, I gotta focus back down on my job, which is making music, right?
Oh, sure. So, with that being said, what is coming up for Ravenous?
Ravenous EH. So we actually have 17 tracks finished for the new album.
Whoa!
And obviously, it's too long for one album, so we're gonna
Are you
pick
gonna
and choose.
are you gonna? Are you gonna? I was gonna ask you. You gonna track them all?
We're gonna pick and choose which ones are the best ones, but then we're also gonna. We might do a little. I mean, this is between you and I and whoever's watching, but we might do a little bonus where whoever pre-orders the album gets the added bonus of like those extra tracks that didn't make it onto the album.
Ooh, I like that idea.
For having faith in the product. But all this lockdown time, all we did was just sit and write music the whole time we were locked up. So we got a bunch of songs, and now in the time of figuring it out, now we like reached out to other big artists and singers, guitar players, producers, and pretty much all of them said the same thing. They're like, I got nothing going on right now, so yeah, fuck it, I'll be a part of this. So we got some pretty big names that are going to be a part of this next release, and we're really excited about it, man. This is not even on like we're going to be big. It's just as people who love the art and love the genre itself, we're stoked to be working with these people that otherwise would never have given us the time of day because they're so busy. And now they're just like, well, all my bookings dropped out, so yeah, fuck it, we'll do it. Let's do it. And I'm really pumped on that, man.
That's awesome. That's lucky.
Just pounced on those wounded gazelles.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, there's a gazelle. Jump on it.
That's smart, man. And yeah, because usually those guys, like I remember trying to get a hold of Colin Richardson, and he was like, well, I've got to deal with the label, and I could have my understudy do it. And it's like, fuck. So that's cool to hear that these, that we have, like, guys like us have, no offense.
Yeah, no, that's how it feels, man. Like, as you as the local guy, you can be as well known or well respected or whatever, but until you have that like gold stamp of approval from a major label, most of those guys that are like on that upper scale that are like sponsored by the plug-in companies and shit, they won't give you time of day. We got very lucky just through like a mutual friend. Actually, someone I met on 70K that was friends with this person kind of got us in. So the only thing I can't divulge is that we'll be working with Jens Bogren on the next album. So, I mean, for him doing like Amon Amarth and Opeth and like all these bands that we idolize, and like, especially as like Swedes, because I have a real soft spot for Swedes, it's very exciting that like we get to work with that dude that like inspired all the albums that made me want to pick up a fucking guitar,
No shit. Good for you.
That's all I can share. That's all I can share. Everything else is when it comes out, you'll find out.
Well, congratulations. I mean, that's a really wild thing about all this is everybody was set up for 2020 to be a really good year, I feel. So now
because remember 2019 was fucking trash.
Right, and we wanted to make 2020 better. But then it was like, okay, well, go sit down and do nothing now. The whole world's shut down. So people have been allowed the time to work on stuff and cut neat deals, and everything's all changed, and it's good. I'm glad to hear you're turning it into a positive.
Trying, man, because this is kind of like the same thing when you run a bar, right? Like every employee is good when it's busy, but you got to see what your employees are like when it's completely dead. That's kind of what it is right now with the industry. Like every musician's great when offers are coming their way and everything's awesome, but when nothing is happening, you got to see what those guys are up to, and that's how you kind of figure out who the real hustlers are, right? And we got the eternal hustle. We won't stop until we're fucking dead, because if it wasn't for shit like this, we'd all be fucking sitting at a desk job somewhere. So,
ugh.
Not sporting this fucking sweet mullet.
Yeah. Fucking A. What happened here? Why? I
turned 30 next week, so I just want to walk around with something before I hit another milestone. I can be like, yeah, that mullet was in my 20s. That was. I even got a sweet cowboy hat, so I get to rock the Lemmy. I was gonna go get some of that fake fucking skin shit from the Halloween store, put on 2 moles, and just walk around with a fake cigarette. I can't smoke real cigarettes anymore because they fucking destroyed my voice. I gotta smoke this thing now. So,
well, it's been a pleasure, sir. Thanks for taking some time out and talking with me here.
Nate, thank you, man. This has been a fucking blast.
Best of luck. Can't wait to hear the new stuff. You got to come on again once you're ready, and if you ever have anything to promote, please come on.
Absolutely, man.
And check out Ravenous EH, everybody, and all the weird places that you go to do things like that. Is the EH? It's like there's no one, right? You were saying it's different everywhere.
It's Ravenous EH.
Ravenous. You'll find it.
Canadian Ravenous, yeah. We're the Canadian Ravenous. You just go Ravenous, eh?
Ravenous.
You'll find us.
Ravenous, eh?
Ravenous, eh? Oh, they're boys from Ravenous, eh?
They're a good bunch of boys from Canada there.
Oh, they're a good bunch of boys.
All right. Thanks, man.
Cheers, man. Thanks for having me.
Peace.
Peace.
Yay. Thanks to Rav for coming on. That was a fun interview. We ended up talking for a long time after I drank too many beers. Anyways, that was fun too. Now I got to, actually, I'm going to play a quick commercial. Check this out. Crazy. Check out my buddy J-Bo. Now I got to sit down. When I first came up with this show, I wanted to have my friend JANtheMAN as a guest. He's really awesome, and he's really on it, as you'll see. So we talk about cryptocurrency and other forms of blockchain technology and stuff like that. So yeah, hope you enjoy. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm here with my buddy JANtheMAN. How you doing this evening, sir?
I am doing good. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. Jan is the owner of CryptoCulture Mag and the owner of, what was the name of your company again? Damn it.
Wealthy Options.
Wealthy Options, LLC, yeah.
Yeah, that's us.
And he's the craziest hustler buddy of mine that I've ever had. He's got his hands in many technologically advanced pots. And I wanted
hustle until the haters ask if you're hiring. That's how hard I hustle.
Fucking A. So I wanted to have him on to kind of explain cryptocurrency and the whole blockchain. So thanks for coming on, Jan. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you, Nate. I'm glorious and happy to be here. I'm a big fan of yours. I really love your show. I love your creativity. Your creativity pays the bills, and that's what I love about you. Just smoking here, sorry.
All good.
Anyway, so I love being on the show because it's raw, uncut, real, just like it is right now. We can swear, we can do whatever the hell we want. And tonight I'm going to take you guys on a journey through cryptocurrency, through the blockchain. I'm going to summarize it, I'm going to strategize it, and I'm going to share with you guys a little bit of why you need to be involved, why you need to get into it, why, what it's going to do for you, and what you're missing out on, and that kind of thing. And I'll touch down on the following coins on my shirt here, give you guys a little insight, and then I'll let you know what you could be doing and things like that. So yeah, let's get into it when you're ready, Nate, and let's show these people what's going downtown in Chinatown.
Perfect.
First of all, cryptocurrency, where does it come from? Why do we have it? Well, the blockchain started in 2008. It was a programming type of way of programming. Again, I'm going to speak in easier terms to understand. I could get highly technical with y'all, but I'm not going to do it. So programming style, okay? Blockchain is a programming style. And what does it do? Well, it holds data, so it resembles a database type of programming software, okay? There you go. A database style of programming software. Why is it so special, the blockchain? Because it's non-fungible. What's fungible mean? Well, you can't fuck with it. It stays there. It's written in stone forever. It's in the chain. What does blockchain mean? Well, it's a chain of packets of data all chained together that's non-fuckwithable, so it can just keep on rolling and you can't fuck with it. And you can call it up anytime you want that data, and it's going to be there because people can't fuck with it. Hence the term, blockchain, non-fungible. Beautiful stuff. Because currently right now, everything is fucked with. The voting is fucked with. Our lives are fucked with. Fucking toilet paper's been fucked with. Everything has been fucked with. And so the blockchain takes that shit away. Now,
and I just wanted to add, that's because it's over the whole network of computers, like all over the world.
correct. You got all these computers basically holding it up in a volunteer mechanism and policing the whole damn show.
Yeah, like the blockchain technology is the police. Like it
correct. It polices itself. It was designed like that. So it doesn't need anybody else's policing. It doesn't need the condo police. It doesn't need the fucking Russian police. It doesn't need anybody.
And therefore,
the blockchain polices itself and keeps its shit together, tight as a knit, all the way through. Doesn't give any shit, nonstop. It's unbelievable, actually. It's really
and therefore, that's what makes it instant as well. Is that
it's all right there. It's instant. It's non-fungible, so it can't get fucked up. It can't get quarantined. It can't get misplaced. It's always there. It's a beautiful thing. You bet.
Yeah, very cool. So the way I was to understand it too, like you say, you have a bunch of packets of information.
Yep. We'll call it data for now. That's the blockchain part.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
you got data moving around, and data can be anything. It could be your mortgage documents. It could be my insurance. Right? It could be music, like we talked about. It could be the rights to music. It could be copyrights. It could be paperwork. It could be contracts.
Right.
It could be so many effing fucking things.
But the
That's
one transaction gets broken up into blocks and sent out to different independent mainframes or computers and verified separately, and then comes back, and that's kind of how it works, right?
Yes and no. It doesn't break the block up. Blocks are formed. Okay, so blocks are formed one after another, and they're numbered and labeled kind of like a basket. So you got basket 1, basket 2, basket 3, and those would be blocks, just analogies. And so each one of those is created. You're creating new blocks on the blockchain. You're not taking them out, or you're not splitting them up like you thought. Sure. That's another style of IPFS. That's another type of way of bringing data together at a point and then separating it out there on the internet, just something else I'm talking about right now, and then bringing that data back together and serving it so that you can hold it in multi-million points like that out there, and it can't be effed with again. You can't fuck with data that's split into a million particles and then brought together and serving to you. But that's something else. It's IPFS. It's a different type of technology. What we're talking about is blockchain, and we're talking about building blocks, and we build a new block with a serial number on it, and it's got a label, and then all the contents within that block, whatever data that is, could be a contract, like we said, is now associated with that block number, and it never fucks up, and it never goes away, and it's always in sequence, okay? Always in sequence.
Yeah, very.
And that's why I can get the data so fast, Nate, because that basket, like that block, is numbered. You know, you can call up that number, and then the contents of that block is right there to serve, you see? So that's why it's so quick, because everything is just completely fucking organized. The blockchain is the most organized data we've seen. And
it's all done kind of like you were saying over AI, so it puts a whole bunch of assholes out of business that shouldn't be there in the first place.
Absolutely. You got it. So you're taking out all the people that fuck with everything out of the mix, which we're going to have a nice, clean society eventually of certain systems and certain things. Now, as the blockchain moves around, we're going to move from the banking system, which is considered CeFi today, and we're going to move to a new system called DeFi. And DeFi is a whole new way of doing the banking, but in a modern spin and non-fungible within the blockchain and all that. And over the next 10 to 20 years, just like China went off the last 20 years, just like the Dubai and the Arabs went off the last 20 years with all those fuckers with all our money, the blockchain is going to develop all this ordinance in the next 20 years. Here we go. There's the word, ordinance. And it's going to be a reorganized platform on planet Earth, all interconnected for once properly, governmental, pharmaceutical, insurance, mortgage. You watch it, baby boy. Everything's going to get connected, and we're going to have ordinance. and we'll see how we like that, because we haven't never had that, but we'll see how we like that. And we'll see if it takes the drama out of voting and all the other stuff, because we'll vote on the blockchain. We'll be able to vote on our cell phones. Dreams will come true.
Fuck, you would think that they would have applied that to voting right away. I mean, it would cut all this shit in half in the morning.
Did you hear how COVID, they discovered how many of the government systems were still computer systems from the 80s that were running shit for us?
Sure.
So how can they react? How can they be fluid and on their toes in a grand scheme of things as a government if you're not even using the latest technology and software or damn close, you know? And so I'm appalled at some of the stuff that goes on in this world. You know, even in America, they're so shittily organized. So back to this is the thing. So we're going to get on the blockchain, and this whole earth is going to get all motherfucking organized, and every country's going to get in bed with each other on the chain, and we're going to chained up, and we're going to just get all organized. And the blockchain's coming for you, baby boy, and everybody you know, and your mom and dad, and every other skeptic we know from fucking high school. They can talk shit all week. But if you want to get a job and you're fucking 14 right now, and you're listening to this program and you're watching us now on YouTube, you should be going out there and starting to study blockchain, everything at MIT, IBM's doing it. Everybody's offering it. Get your techno college by your house, and you go study some good shit, and you get on that blockchain technology right the fuck now, and you start studying, and you're going to have a really high paying job and a future in this 20-year segment of online redevelopment for planet Earth. So saddle up, baby boys and girls, get on it. And that came out in 2008. So it's already, how old is that, Nate? 8 to 12 years old?
Yeah.
It's fucking 12 years old already. The shit's got mold on it. I'm already bored of it. And you guys are just finding out about it. You know, like, get on it now. Come on. I already know what's going to happen. I'll tell you the end of the book. I'll go 20-year chapters ahead and share it with you where we get to. But we're going to get to some of the most utopian setup in life. We're really going to know where the water is coming from, what's clean, what's dirty, what's in stock. Nate, what size feet you got? 14?
It depends. 14, 15, depending on the
shoe. How hard is
shoe.
it to find shoes?
Fucking impossible. I have to go to Portland.
Okay, so now on the blockchain, you'll be able to go on your phone, call up your size 15, and it's going to absolutely geolocate every pair of 15 size shoes in your geo district of 5 kilometers, 1 mile, whatever fucking number you want. And you're going to be able to go to Sport Check or any other Foot Locker, and they'll fucking have your Adidas there, size 15 from Shaq's old fucking last year collection, and you're going to get the biggest shoes they got. And you will get that because of RFID. You get that because of a company and a coin called VeChain. So for all you motherfuckers listening, you should be buying out VeChain. It's VE Chain. It's a crypto. Get some. So this RFID chip is going to be embedded in every fucking thing. My watch, my cell phone, everything that's worth any money, headphones, they all going to have this RFID chip. You're going to know my serial number, my chip and all that. You can't lie. I can't swap it with my daughters. None of that. And so, and they'll also locate everything. So everything's going to be located. So now you go into a Foot Locker, and I'm a size 15, and the girl goes on her tap device, and she goes click, click, and she's like, oh shit, we got like 7 pairs of 15. What do you want? We got some brown Adidas, we got some black Nikes, da-da-da. And you're just like, holy shit, that was fast. Okay, let me see the black Nikes. And then boom, they're on your feet. And that's the key thing here. And then if you can go to the mall, you can search Chinook Mall by your house and see how many stores even have a size 15 for you. And there might be a 0 result, by the way. And you might have to go to the mall at South Center down McLeod or something like that. Just examples in our city. But you relate to. But that's the kind of thing. But you'll be able to locate your shit, bro, like never before. You'll also know the time, manufacturer, the serial number, all that. So you know how car parts are slanged around and computers are made and done and clothing and watches are swapped. You know how many fake Rolexes got sold for real money? That ain't going to happen anymore. Now that RFID chip's going to identify that Rolex, going to let you know the date of manufacturer, serial number, and all the bits and shits about it, and it can be non-fungible because that Rolex is going to be located on the blockchain, baby. That's what's going to happen here.
Very
it's coming right now. Rolex will be on the blockchain before 2025. So buy some Rolex stock because that shit's going to go up too. But don't take my advice, and this is not advice at all. And if it sounds advicey, that's your fucking problem.
So on your shirt, it says Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, and Neo.
Yeah.
So those are just different for the people that might not know. Those are just different coins of the currency.
let me jump into the next phase of this shit for everybody. So 2008, blockchain came out, and we just summarized a good little chunk of that right now. And you guys can contact me at my email, which is janspeed@gmail, JANSPEED @gmail.com. Later, Nate can put in the credits or some at the end of the show. But janspeed@gmail. You guys can contact me there with any questions about anything blockchain related. And now I'm going to tell you why we have cryptocurrency and where that comes from. So blockchain got developed, non-fungible, high-quality way to encapsulate data and move it around at light speed and access it and all that other cool jazz. Now, they said, let's put some money into this thing. Let's create some kind of a wealth, some kind of a currency. So Satoshi Nakamoto is a pen name for a group of people that developed what they believe is a highly, highly regarded AI technology of currency. And it was a programming software that self-perpetuates and self-replicates and cannot be stopped. As long as there's computers and power and there's 2 points going on, Bitcoin cannot be stopped. So a lot of the ignorance out there says that the banks are doing it and all that. They are not. The banks are not controlling Bitcoin. In fact, it's controlled by the people, for the people, by the people. It's a people thing. It's a very much empowerment revolution type thing. And so if you hold Bitcoin or you own Bitcoin, you are part of the future of revolution, and you're part of the new world, and that's a whole nother space. And that's why people are so attracted to it. And a lot of rogues and revolutionists and all these people are attracted to it. And a lot of the regular, everyday mom and pops and average citizens just are still afraid of it. And they don't know what's going on with it and what's going on in the news. Let me say this. Bitcoin in the news in Canada is about 14 grand. It's around 11,000 US dollars. You do not have to buy an entire Bitcoin. You can buy one smidgen of one, a portion of one, just like you can go to the deli and the whole salami's there, but Nate only wants a third of that salami, please, cut thin. He can just have that and then pay for that price. He's not buying the whole damn thing. So the Bitcoin's 11 grand. You can buy 1 grand worth. You can buy $500 worth. Now, why would I buy it? Well, a couple things. You're holding on to a piece of the future now, and it's a digital asset, and it's going up in value like gold does. It's probably more comparison to gold in a digital format. So do you want to own a piece of digital gold? Yes or no? Answer the question. Yes? Cool. Proceed to buying some Bitcoin. No? Okay, well, sit at the back of the bus and just be a meathead because you're missing the boat. You know what I mean? And so what are you missing on? Well, you're missing on upswing. If that matters to you, if you want to make a little bacon, shake a little bake, that's what you got to get. So you could throw $500 into Bitcoin, and I'm telling you, in about 3-4 months, that'll be $1,000 there. And be $1,000, you would double your money. Just as an example right now. It's only example, but that's the idea. And so why would you want to hold Bitcoin? Because it is a growing digital asset. People saying it's going to $100,000. You can buy one right now for $11,000. So just give you an example. Let's just round it down to $10,000 for fun, US dollars. And if it's going to $100,000 and I bought one for $10,000, Nate would agree that is one hell of an awesome investment. He would say, fuck man, give me 1,000 of those, right? Give me 10,000 of those, baby. And so that's what it's about. So $10,000 for one, and it's worth $100,000 here in the near future. Who doesn't like that? Who doesn't fucking want that, right? That's what's going on. And so as more and more of it happens, and it becomes rare and more rare because there's only 21 million of the damn things made.
Right. I wanted people to get that there's only 21 million of them made, and they're not even there yet, right?
No, we still haven't taken all 21 million from the vault that exists, holding them out in the algorithm. So right now, but then every time they're having a mathematical problem.
So every time that more are released, the algorithms are harder to solve to do the transactions in the blockchain, right?
Yeah, the algorithms are a difficult mathematical problem for computers and servers like we have to solve, and they use a lot of new technology terms and mining and all these things. These are just servers doing transactional data, things in a layman's terms, right? So it's not really a big deal, but they do them at lightning speed like all servers do, and they're just confirming transactions. But the glory of it all is that it's all held up by the people. So every server, every mining machine, everything you hear about is all held up at the cost of the people to hold up the entire ecosystem of a new financial environment, okay? Mm-hmm. What I want people watching your show to understand, what they got to do mentally, is they have to understand that there is another kind of man-made money out here. They have to comprehend that. They have to think in their head, is it possible that there's other kind of money than the one that my government gives me? Is there another kind that man has made and holds value? And the answer, ladies and gentlemen, is yes, there is.
Well, and it seems like a super money too, because if you had, if I was stuck in, I was stuck in Africa somewhere, you could just send me Bitcoin in my wallet, let's say, and I could go get, there's no, you got to wait for Western Union for 45 days and all this kind of stuff. There's none of that going on. It's instant, right?
It is instant, yeah.
And across borders, there's no clearinghouses that can stop it and stuff like that.
Correct. So that's called an intermediary. And so I don't know if you've ever gone to the bank and needed more than a couple grand in cash or something for a trailer you wanted to buy or whatever the hell it was on the internet. It's like pulling teeth to get your own money out of the bank, right? And you're always fighting with the intermediaries. They'll send a wire overseas and it won't get there for 10 days, and we're asking them where it is, and it shows up 65 days later. Why does that happen? I thought these banks had their shit together. How is this possible? Mm-hmm. And so what we find out is it's a big farce out there, and it's a big bunch of bullshit. And these banks are just holding us ransom on our own dollar bills, baby boy.
Yeah, they're taking interest-free.
Bank and pull it out and get it back into crypto, where you're controlling your own dough. You're becoming a sovereign citizen.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to look that up. What does it mean to be a sovereign citizen? Look it up. And that's what I am, and that's what Nate is. And more, you got to be like that. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you covered it. Sorry.
There you go. You got to be a sovereign citizen out here. You got to take control of your funds. And so crypto allows you to do that. Let me go over some of the benefits. Crypto is about 100 pieces of benefits on a list, like a menu. There's so many cool things about it that money has no depth to it anymore and almost no value per se. And money in the dollar bill form is falling short in many regards. I could take a stack of $10,000 US, and since March till now, it's lost $600. So it's losing, and Bitcoin is making, and big gains, and Ethereum is making. So little education. Bitcoin was created by Satoshi Nakamoto, a group of people we still don't know. It was unleashed on the earth in 2009. It is 10 years old as of January 2019. So it turned 11 this year. It is raging on, volunteer mechanism. It is one of the most valuable cryptos in the world, but it is not the most valuable. There are coins out there that are more valuable than Bitcoin, but they're not popular and nobody knows about them. Number 2, Ethereum, made in Canada. Also, Bitcoin was the bad boy. There was a website out there called the Silk Road. You could buy all kinds of drugs and paraphernalia, guns and everything shipped to your house, but you could only pay with Bitcoin. So I have a suspicious feeling the guys that started Silk Road, which was from Vancouver, Canada, and went to jail in America for that. I think he knew who Bitcoin was. I think he knows who started that, but he's in jail, and I've always wanted to interview him. So if you can make that happen, Nate, let's get it done.
All right.
So find him out. I'll find his name for you later, but he created Silk Road. And on Silk Road was like a Wikipedia. You had to go to a page. Every day it changed. And you had to click on a word inside a paragraph, and then it would open up this Pandora's box of eBay, of all kinds of negligible and negative goodness. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable negative goodness. And the only way you could pay for this goodness was with Bitcoin. And so right away, the CIA and every AA and every asshole got involved to shut it down. And they want to take all that negative goodness away from society. And what I don't understand is how are we supposed to have balance if we don't have all that positive goodness and that negative goodness? I still don't get it. Why is everyone parenting the planet? Yeah. Why don't they just let everyone have both sides of the coin and just let us fucking figure it out? And
if you're not hurting anybody.
I know, man. If Buddy wants to buy his fake cash on there and fucking whatever and do some snorts of some crazy shit out of the UK, let him do it. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is, that got a bad rap. So Bitcoin got a bit of a bad boy status, and a lot of the banks shunned it, and everyone will still pull up the dirty on it, and they'll show it and shine it around. And that attracted me to it too, because I like the bad boys of rock and roll. I like you. And so I thought Bitcoin was my baby too, and it still is. Bitcoin, I had it on my Jeep. I'm the Bitcoin king of my fucking everything. And I don't know what to say, but I'm in bed heavy. Me and Bitcoin, we having sex. You know what I mean? We having sex. All right, so how much Bitcoin did I make? The most I ever made was $2.5 million in 1 month.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. It was big. I'm not going to deny it.
So then Ethereum.
As a hustling athlete, as Nate knows me as, that was one of my biggest monthly hustles. And I have to say, I was a Michael Jordan of the moment in my own mind and my own report card for my own self. I was really proud of myself.
That's awesome.
So now you know. And so it gets big, guys and girls. It gets big. Don't ever discount that shit. Now, Ethereum, and I can give you numbers. And by the way, for you number nerds, go to coinmarketcap.com. coinmarketcap.com, and you can study all these cryptos and a whole bunch more depth about it. And Siri just found it. Anyway, Siri, go to bed. So coinmarketcap.com. And then Ethereum, back to this, made in Canada. A little Russian cultural descent child, I think it was like 15, saw Bitcoin and said he could do something better, and he created this thing called Ethereum. And this was another cryptocurrency, and this is number 2. So if Bitcoin is the Coca-Cola of the planet of cryptocurrencies, then Ethereum is the Pepsi. Okay, and it's the new generation, motherfuckers. And so Michael Jackson would be alive right now. He'd be doing commercials for Ethereum. He'd be drinking this shit. He'd be putting this in his Jerry curl. So Ethereum is the shiznit. That's what I save all my doskis in. All my roskis, doskis, duckskis, and any other motherfucking things that got money skis is saved in Ethereum. It's my baby. I put all my dollar bills in this shit. And Ethereum's gone up just in the last month or two from like $300 to $400. Like, it's been fucking insane. It's a 25% increase, man. Yeah. You can't get 25% in your tangerine fucking watermelon bank account anywhere with this bullshit, with this Canadian peso that we live on. You can't get fucking 25% nowhere. Yeah. And then people look at that and they're like, what does that mean? Well, listen, even if you could scrounge together $500, that means you can grow that $500 by $125 every little while. And that fucking adds up. And even if you're a broke ass and you can scrounge even $300, we can put you in an awesome program and we can get you making the bacon all the way up to $200,000. And this shit is not fake sauce. This ain't some kids with zits on YouTube. This is real men talking here. And this is helping people grow and grow their lives, pay their bills, feed their families. There's a lot of cool stuff happening with crypto, and I don't want you guys to miss it. So back to Ethereum. If I were you, and this is no advice for me, I would take every spare change, all that. If you're working a job and you truly have a little savings left over every paycheck or whatever, I would be buying Ethereum and I'd be holding on to that for the next 5 years, and you would be doing the best you've ever done. You will be having the best life you've ever had. Okay. Now, number 3 is Ripple. Very popularo. It's all around the world. Every fucking white collar banker, everyone that's sucking the dicks of the banksters, they all think that Ripple's their hot sauce and their baby boy. Well, let me tell you something. It's not even a cryptocurrency. It somehow got thrown into the basket. I don't know who put it there. I don't control the fucking game, so whatever. But Ripple is not a crypto. It is a fucking man-made machine. It is actually controlled by people. It's not controlled like by the volunteers of the people. It's controlled by an office. So it's a controlled substance. It's like cocaine, and they're selling it to all the banksters, and all those assholes are buying it, and I didn't buy none. And I actually sold 21,000 of it today to some friends because they want it so bad. Like, let them have it. I don't give a fuck. They can snort Ripple all day. But at the end of the day, they're sucking the banksters' dicks with that one, and I'm not all over it. So that's interesting.
So the Ripple...
It's money, and they're saying it's going at 90 fucking cents. Donald Trump's sucking the dick of Ripples, apparently, and everything else they put on the fucking fake news. So who knows? Who knows, baby boy?
Interesting. So do you think... You say that... do you know where? Like, is it a bank?
It's out of America. These fucking guys created it. They got it licensed overseas. It's been approved by a whole bunch of assholes. The Deutsche Bank likes it. Apparently, Bank of Montreal, because you're local with me, Home Slice, and ATB have already tested it, and they moved some funds through the network. They even got BMO and ATB on their website. Go to ripple.com, xrp.com, whatever it is. Right. Go find it and go look around. And if you're Canadian, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And if you're American, look at your own bank logos. Okay, Litecoin, here we go. So if Bitcoin was a Coca-Cola, Ethereum was a fucking Pepsi, and Michael Jackson be drinking that shit, if Ripple was sucking the dicks of the banksters and all those other fucking white-collar assholes, then Litecoin comes from, what's his face, from Google, this Asian guy, Charlie Sun, or I can't remember his name, Charles something, and I'm just drawing blanks for 2 minutes, but it'll come back. And so Charles, whatever, he makes this coin, and this is like the silver, if Bitcoin is the gold, apparently. But apparently the silver lost a ton of market share when Buddy sold his coins back to the market, and the founder didn't hold on to his value, and people lost faith when the founder sold out. And when you're a founder out here and you're listening to me, don't you fucking sell out, you pussy-ass bitch. Why would you set up a world currency and sell out? Are you fucking stupid? You just wrecked your brand, baby boy. You just fucking threw that shit in the toilet and wiped your ass with it. You fucked your own self. Yeah. So anyway, Litecoin's about $50 each. The shit was like $500 each. It had merit. It had soul. It was delivered on the sauce. People were in bed with it. They were having bum sex with it. And then all of a sudden, fuckface sells out, and then it's over, right? And what the fuck? Like, why are these owners of these companies so short-sighted? Crypto is a 20-year ahead of us still fucking thing of growth beyond belief. And then after 20 years from now, it's going to kind of plateau-ish, and then it'll still be a big gangbuster thing for the rest of our lives if we're even fucking alive. So do not sell this one short. Mom said rap music was a fad. Well, what the fuck does she know? Look how many fucking rappers are always on fucking stage for all these awards. None of the other fucking people are getting fuck all anymore. Like, so fuck, right? So crypto is not fucking going out of style, yo. Yeah. Get on the shit. Quit sleeping. Now, Neo. Anybody remember Neo? Fucking remember the Matrix? Fucking when Nate saw the fucking first Matrix, he shit his pants. He loved that movie.
Of course.
Shorsky Brothers, those fucking Polish boys in Chicago, wrote that shit. And you know who they are? They're fucking visionaries that see the fucking alien future shit. I'm telling you, man. I don't know where those guys got that blessing, but somebody blessed them with that vision.
No doubt.
So Neo, American-made goodness. Get on it. It's coming out, I think, Seattle, Portland zone there where all the grunge music happens. Nate's got friends there. This coin is a gangster coin of the goodness, and it's good stuff. And it has got zero badness to it. I'm just talking shit for a sec, but it's got zero badness and all goodness. American-made, powerful coin. Been very wealthy on it and made some, lost some, whatever. But the project continues, and there's a lot of goodness in it. And it's a unity thing, and it's deep. And I'm not going to get all deep on it here. I can't. We have no time for that stuff. But take my shirt down. Write every one of these down. Go to coinmarketcap.com. Do your homework on these coins. See what the fuck they're doing. Read about them. Go to everyone's website. Study up. Read the white paper. What the fuck's a white paper? Well, look for the original white paper on Bitcoin. Study that. Google that. And then read that one first. And then go read the white papers on all the rest. Start here at Bitcoin. Read the white paper on that bitch. Because you'll understand it's like a science paper. It's an explanative documento. And it fucking reveals all the thought process and summary into what the fuck's going on here. And it's great knowledge for y'all. So while you're getting your hair did and you're getting your fucking poop on in the morning, grab the Bitcoin white paper off of Google and have a fucking short read and learn something for once, okay? And quit talking shit from the news. I'm sick of fake news talkers. I'm sick of fucking news talkers. Y'all fucking repeat a bunch of bullshit that you heard from some turd and bird. Fuck all that. Go find out your real fucking stuff for once, like Nate does. How the fuck does he find people like me? Because he's fucking looking, man. And he ain't looking on the fucking fake news, I'll tell you. Fuck that.
Awesome. I wanted to ask you one thing I'm genuinely interested in, because as a mechanism of the blockchain, is how, like, you were saying that you can execute contracts and stuff like that. Yeah. How is there like, it's not a coin, right? How does that, can you explain that?
Absolutely. So you can use the blockchain to execute all kinds of data. So let me give you an example. I'm going to give you a music purchase example because you're in the music biz. You love it. Sure. So now we got a website up. We're a metal band. We've got an album out, and we've got 15 songs to our album, and they're all itemized on our website, and you can go and select 1 to 15 and buy them all. Now, you can buy them a traditional way with a credit card, or you can buy them with cryptocurrency. If you pay by cryptocurrency, what we can do there is we can then take the funds in from the customer. They'll pay with Bitcoin, let's say, and those funds can then be split on the blockchain various areas. So I could pay the artist 95% of that purchase. I could pay the marketing and the website social media team 2% of that purchase. I could pay some royalties to Geffen Music, your label, 3% out on the blockchain like that. So I could take those funds in, and I can do all that in a second. So I can pay the artist within a second of someone buying his music, and I can pay the house, the house, the record label within a second, and I can pay the marketing and all that jazz within a second.
Sure.
And imagine that happening right fucking now, and nobody's doing it. No one's doing it. That's
Yeah,
why
like, how about an example of like let's say I wanted to buy my house, and put together a normal purchase agreement, blah blah blah. How would I get it on the blockchain to be executed?
Gotcha. So right now, there's going to be real estate websites, and there's one coming out here in Canada that's going to write the documentation for that. So go online, you fill out your report to do your house sale, and then you would submit that to them, and they would place that in a blockchain smart contract document, type data, non-fungible, and then you would get a kind of like a hashtag, which is like a serial number of that, and you'd be able to look that up repeatedly, and it would never change, and it would be written in a contract like that online and placed inside like a digital asset. So it's very cool how that works. But that's just data and your documentation going into that.
Like,
if you
imagine
want to buy a house for crypto, you'd have to do a couple moves. First of all, you'd have to take your crypto and convert that into the local currency, wherever the hell that is. And then from there, you can send that to lawyers or whatever else and make that house purchase. But crypto can so be used to buy anything. You just have to have someone, convert for you, broker for you, and convert those funds into that local currency of whatever that is, and then just be able to do that. That's how you got to think about it. Or you can also approach everybody and ask them nowadays, hey, do you take crypto? And they'll be like, no, not yet. Okay, well, would you consider it? Would you get a wallet, and could I pay in Bitcoin? And they'll be like, yeah, why not? I've always wanted to have some Bitcoin. Fuck yeah, I'll sell my truck for Bitcoin. Let's go. Stuff like that's happening right now. Right now with the neighbors. You just go on the App Store, download the wallet. You just get a wallet in your phone. I do Torque Wallet. You guys can hit me up on janspeed@gmail.com. I'll send you my link for the number one wallet in the world, and you make interest on your crypto as well. I get paid. I'm making bacon just hanging out having crypto in the bank.
Wow, interest on crypto. Holy shit.
I'm making bacon, boys.
That's fucking great, man.
Oh, I got mechanisms like crazy of there's so many creative people, back to creativity, that have come out with things regarding crypto and how to expand it, how to grow it, how to grow wealth. It's beautiful. The amount of thought that's got into this is way greater than any monetary systems of the bank or mutual funds of any kind, of any way, shape, or form. There isn't a single product that the monetary system has thought of that can compete anywhere with what's going on in the crypto space. And I'm into about at least a dozen killer apps right now and softwares, and I am making bacon, and I show people these all the time. And people come by for a workshop and all that, and I'll show you too.
Yeah, I'm going to drop by. I've been talking about it forever. I'm going to finally do it.
So at the end of the day, though, what we got to do is we got to stick together. We got to create more sovereign citizens. We got to get more people educated and understanding the power of self-sovereignty and the power of financial power within themselves. We got to get people understanding the blockchain is what we need in a lot of these areas of our lives, because a lot of these areas of our lives are getting fucked over. Mm-hmm. And then we got to understand that we need cryptocurrency to be able to hold our own financial security and our own financial wealth and all of that, right?
Personally, like our own personal financial safety.
Yeah.
Not the whole nation or something. Well, I want to thank you for your time, man. It's been very informative. And everybody, if you have questions, again, I'm sure I'm firing the email on the bottom of the screen a bunch here, but janspeed@gmail.com. And there'll be a bunch of links in the description. And so thanks for your time, Jan.
Hey, thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to take control of your own lives and say fuck you to all the bullshit, okay?
Peace.
Peace and love.
Yeah. That was my buddy Jan. Hit him up on that email if you want to get involved. Can do well. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank all the people in the chat. Please subscribe, support us. You can support us. We need 100 YouTube subscribers before I can change the name. So if we could get that, I'm at 87. If you could help me out with that, log into your mom's account or something to that effect. Did I invest, Che? No, I haven't yet, but I will be soon. You don't have to have a ton of money to... It's not really investing. It's just... Well, it is. But you're just plopping your money in this stuff and letting it rip. But I want to thank again everybody for watching. Thank you, Chase, for hanging out. Chase is going to... Let's get your elbow in there again. Look at that. All right, I'm looking forward to doing this more. Chase is going to help make it better. And thanks again for watching. So I'm going to play some commercials and roll some credits. Cheers, everybody.
And thank you for trying to bring back that spirit. It's going to take lots of people pulling together to do it.
This is going to be awesome. Why does it taste like that?
We've never seen anything like that. You mean a drag king? Whatever disease you get from putting your ass to toilet seat, that guy's out there.
Your roof is an important part of keeping you and your family safe. No Pain Roofing guarantees no pains when it comes to repairing, replacing, and installing your roofing materials. We make exterior renovations painless. Visit nopainroofing.ca for more information.